Howdy, folks, and welcome to episode 130, the Triumphant Return. It'd help if I could actually speak. McMurray and Reese will be joining us here in a little while. But while we're waiting, I'm not going to go into great detail. I'm not going to go into real depth on what's going on or what went on, what was happening. But I did want to kind of touch base with you guys and let y'all know I'm better. Donna and I are better. We had a bit of a hiccup. Everything's okay. Things are going to go well. We're both making some changes, and we're good. With that in mind, I know that sometimes it is difficult as men to realize that we have got our own struggles, our own issues with mental health. We're always told, deal with it, be strong, etc., and so forth. I'm just letting everybody know, if for any reason whatsoever you're having struggles, mentally, emotionally, what have you, reach out to somebody, anybody, talk to them. Find somebody that you can confide in that's a good sounding board. So definitely, definitely be open to get help. So, if you need to, reach out and talk to me. We can definitely get you pointed in the right direction. And if you just need to talk to somebody, I'll listen. You can reach me in the Discord. So, alrighty, let's go ahead and look at some of the comments here. Nguyen came in real early and says, "Thank goodness, hooray!" Yes, that was at 3:56 this afternoon. Charles coming in with hey, Meandering Mike, yay, Nguyen coming back, the universe as it should be. Original Grognard's giving his ever-present thumbs up. Scout Gremlin says, welcome back. Telemachus, greetings all. Meandering Mike, welcome back to the YouTuberverse. Walkabout Games, hello, bud. Nguyen, thank you. Glad to hear things are moving forward. Never suffer in silence. Folks are out there. Reach out. Absolutely, guys. Like I said, I'm not going to go into a great deal with what is happening or what had happened with me. Just know that I'm getting better. I'm getting some help I need, and yeah, things are good. And then Richard says, welcome back. Thanks, guys. I appreciate all of it. So, what is happening otherwise? What has happened? It's been a month since we've been here. I'm going to be honest. I have done zero in the way of hobbying. But that's okay. I did start getting some work done on my in my office, getting it cleaned up because it was a wreck. It was a disaster area, but we're getting there. Before I took my hiatus, I had been doing some painting I can't remember if I had showed these guys to you or not. They're coming along rather nicely. So there you have it. What is happening over at Wiley Games? I know y'all haven't heard from me in a long time about Wiley Games. They got a sale going on right now. If I remember correctly, it is for all of the Wasteland Warriors stuff. Yeah, Wasteland Warriors sale between now and Sunday the 10th. 15% off everything. Automatic discount at checkout. So right now is a great time to get your Wasteland Warriors stuff. The card deck is $20. And you can get the 15% off of that. Wasteland Warriors printed rules, $22, 15% off of that. You can get the full Wasteland Warriors bundle, which is Wasteland Warriors, the core rules, and the cards for $57, 15% off of that. So definitely take a look into what you got there. Let's see. Walkabout Games says mental health is a bitch. I have now been off for over a year, and getting help is the important part. Absolutely. Andrew Mike, the great thing about minis and games, they don't go stale, they don't melt, they wait for us patiently. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Scalar Gremlin. All things aside, sometimes the best thing for hobby is taking a break. Yep. So I'm hoping to get back into the groove of things. Definitely going to continue the Wednesday night shows. I don't know. I'm not sure about Saturdays yet. Y'all also know that I had been spending a lot of time with Itchy Cat on his shows, and we weren't. I don't know where I am with that. Hexy, how you doing, Jeff?
Cristobal,
how you doing, sir? I am
son of a bitch. How you been, buddy?
Yeah, things have been better. Things have been worse.
History, work on the future. Let's move on. What are we talking about tonight?
Well, I thought I would just get into the groove of things and just see what everybody's been doing. For you miniature guys out there, Warmutt's got his own paint challenge.
Let me make the announcement.
Go ahead.
For you miniature guys out there, Chris got rid of all of them and he's strictly Hex Encounter now. Yay!
They already know that's a lie because I already showed them some. No.
All right, let's hear it.
Like I said, should have Reese coming on here in a little bit. Definitely going to have McMurray here in just a bit. Might even have the Warmutt joining us, so might have most of us here. But yeah, what are you playing? What you got there?
I actually just finished reading the rules tonight for the Battle for Stalingrad that
Outstanding.
Todd Lee sent me a few months back. I've been wanting to get to it. Now I'm going to get to it. Interesting. So apparently, the guy that designed this game, I'm trying to get the story straight, but he is also the designer or part of the team that did Squad Leader.
Oh, okay, cool.
So this game has some seriously interesting rules that I've never seen in a game ever. And I'm going to get after it.
What's the name of it again?
Battle for Stalingrad.
Oh, okay.
4 different publishers put it out. SPI, I think, was the first. This one is the Excalibur Games version.
Outstanding. Very cool. Very cool.
And I'm eating ramen, so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Actually, one of the things that we have changed here at the house is part of my problems, my issues was I'd get home from work and I would immediately come back here to the office and sit down, and I don't want to say ignore Donna, but that's pretty much what I did, which is horrible of me. So and then she would cook, and I would come back here and I would eat. So what we're doing now is we started doing the one of those meal boxes. They'll send you all the food for however many meals you choose, and you know give you the recipes and how to cook it up.
I see a lot of those ads around, actually.
Yeah, the one we're doing is every plate, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. It's for 5 meals for 2 people, and no, guys, I am not getting paid for this at all. I wish I were, but for 5 meals, for 2 servings, which is plenty for the two of us. I mean, we actually have leftovers sometimes. Um, with delivery, it's $76. I can't buy groceries for a week of meals for $75 at the store.
I can't do that for 2 days. The way
Yeah.
on top with me.
And it's all the food is fresh. Um, you cut up the vegetables. I mean, for garlic, which just about everything all the meals have garlic in it, and I didn't think I was a huge garlic fan, but when you don't put too much garlic in there, and I know there's people out there that say, oh no, there's no such thing as too much garlic. Trust me, for somebody who's not a big garlic fan, there is such thing as no garlic or too much garlic.
Right.
Anyway, they send you a whole bulb, and it's like, well, you're going to use. Last week was our first week. We got 2 bulbs. We used half of one, so I still have a bulb and a half. And then we just received our newest box today, and we got 2 more bulbs of garlic. It's like, Jesus, we are not going to have a problem with vampires.
Or you can drive people away with your breath.
Exactly. Either way. But so what happens now is I come home and we start cooking. We cook. She preps it. She cuts up the vegetables. She cuts up everything. I get if the oven needs to get turned on for whatever reason, I'll do the oven work. Get the pasta water boiling. Getting the meat cooked. So yeah, it's really good.
I hear like half and half mixed stories on. I guess it depends on who you get. So, and how good the service is in your area. I'd be willing to try it, but I eat too funny.
Yeah. Well, I got a freebie box. I can send you the code for a freebie box.
A freebie box?
Yeah.
I'd be willing to try that.
Yeah, I'll send it over to you, man.
All right. Thank you very much.
So, but yeah,
right, so you had like 30 days with your hand stuck under your ass. What has been brewing in your mind about where you want to go, what you want to do? There's got to be projects in the back of your head. And you know what? Here's what I don't want to hear, because you already said it. I don't want to hear no more Wiley shit for the night. Let's hear what Chris wants to do going forward.
So going forward, I really want to crack down and get Ocean Thunder ready for publishing.
Okay.
And I really, for modeling purposes, I really want to crack down and get my 3mm 49th Armored Division thing going. Actually, doing it.
What do you mean doing it? Finish putting it together, or?
Well, getting started and getting the prints done, and then buying the hexes that I'm gonna, and the little steel discs that I'm gonna be mounting everything on. Actually get the modeling done on it.
Right.
How long it's going to take, I don't know, because it's like I said, it's like 340 M60s I got to do.
Right. Well, plus 2 now, so you're going to be in a phase where you're going to limit yourself to the time you provide to such tasks. So
right.
I figure your brain's probably got about 20 different things you want to do, but you just read off 2 of them. What's one more?
One more. I really, um, I really want to do. Where is it? Um, where's the lid? Shit, I don't know where the lid is. Oh well, it's the Carrier Battle Philippine Sea. I've got it. I've got it on the table.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember you picked that. That's not too big a game either, is it?
No, it's a solo, and it's designed in a way that, as you read the rules, they lay down the basics,
Right.
and you do one of the scenarios. They
Okay.
add a little something, you do a scenario. They add a little more, you do a scenario.
Oh, it's like
So
your starter kit.
yeah, so I want to once I get my room cleaned and put stuff put away or thrown away or whatever needs to happen. Um, I want to get that done, and I want to be able to go through to the point where I've got I get through all of the basic scenarios until I uh, hit that one scenario where all of the rules are involved. So how long that's going to take, I don't know.
Well, okay, so set of those 3, set your goal on one of them and make sure you get through one of them. And I'm going to take a guess here. Your Ocean Thunder would be the one.
Yeah, I am really close to having the rules where I want them to be, um, and then from there, just figure out exactly what I want to do in the form of layout and getting to the point of being published. I honestly think, if I really put nose to grindstone, I could have them ready to go into this year.
Why not? Yeah, I should sit here and say, you know what? I'm going to hold you to that you get it done by the end of this year. Why not? Why can't it be done?
There is not a reason not to have it done, other than I was, the issues I was having were keeping me from focusing on it.
Right.
Now I'm working on making those issues not anymore.
Right.
So,
well, you've
like
got
I said,
another naval nerd in Andrew.
Yep.
Proof stuff, and I imagine your brother probably can too.
Yeah, if for nothing else, for the grammar and the language in it, because well, shit, he went to school for that stuff. So, but yeah, that's I of those 3 things, that's my primary. I mean, shit, it's only been 30 plus years since I started the project.
Oh yeah, what's 6 more months, right?
Exactly. Why dwaddle, right?
Well, and couldn't you take a rule set like that and get it up on something like War Game Vault? Maybe it's $6 or $7 or something, but
yeah, absolutely, yeah. And see that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to self-publish,
right.
And I could even get it posted up on Amazon, where people could order it, and they could actually order it as a printed book if they want.
Nice. Yeah, and you're talking rules. Are there any templates?
Yeah, but those, I'm going to have those, I already have them in the back. And I'm even got ship counters that people can print out. I mean, it can be a print and play game. You don't have to have the miniatures to play the game. You'll be able to cut out the little, print it out and put it on cardboard and, move it around. So, be able to try the game. But if you're not a naval guy and you're thinking about getting into the naval gaming, get it for a couple of bucks, cut out the little things, and if you like it, great, go buy more.
I just finished playing my 2-week naval game last night,
There you go.
clipping 3,200 counters from SPI's War in the Pacific.
Jesus, 3,200. What, do they have every single American ship ever built?
It's all there.
Jesus.
Well, you have Russians in the game. You have Chinese in the game.
Yeah.
Because I think it stretches a little farther than, but it's the thing's loaded. It's an old game. Will I ever play it? It'd be cool, I think, to put a scenario up because you have a lot of the land warfare too.
Right.
So,
right.
But the aircraft count in that game, Kates and Nels and Zeros. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Ptolemaious.
Yeah, only 3,200? Rookie. Congress loses 3,200. For fuck's sake, just
do drugs.
Do some drugs.
Hey, nice. I got my methane or my crack pipe in my hand.
Right. Hissy Cat says, "Hey boss, how you doing, Hissy?
Hey, he sent me a bunch of lead communists a couple days ago. 2 boxes full of them.
Well, he sent me something that I thought was pretty cool. So Funko, the company that makes the little bobblehead,
right,
pop culture stuff, they came out with a game, a Star Wars game called Rivals.
Oh.
And he sent me the starter box, and you've got Darth Vader, Asajj Ventress, Commander Cody, and Luke Skywalker.
Who the hell is Commander Cody?
He's from Clone Wars.
Oh, okay.
And then they've got blind boxes. They got light side blind boxes. They got dark side blind boxes. And he sent me. No, it's they want you to
be blind to play with them.
Yeah, no, you got to be blind to play with them. And so, for instance, my dark side, I got Grand Moff Tarkin here, and the hologram Emperor Palpatine.
Oh,
and then
and this is a game.
Yeah, it's a little game. I got Yoda.
Okay.
And Chewbacca.
Baby Chewbacca.
Yeah. So I have no idea how the little game plays, but you know what? The little characters are cool. So thank you, Hissy Cat. I appreciate it, buddy.
Yep. Thanks, Hissy.
So yeah. Let's see here. Meandering Bike says, will it be published as a print and play rules and templates? And yeah. So it's going to have, it'll be the full set of rules. And in fact, what I have already written for rules are up on Hissy Cat's Discord. I'm going to add them over to onto my Discord. Along with the ships for Battle of Savo Island. So anybody's interested, I'm going to post those. I'll post those up tomorrow. Another one of the new rules in the house: no electronics after 9 p.m. 0. Now I get to continue my show until we normally go until 10, but as soon as the show's over and I close down, that's it. Computer gets closed and I go. Actually, I go to bed because we don't even watch TV after 9. I mean, if we're in the middle of a show or a movie and it gets to be 9 o'clock, we'll finish it out. But after that, we go to bed. I have been waking up so damn early in the morning just because it's ridiculous. I wake up between 5:30 and 6 o'clock right now every morning without an alarm. It's disgusting.
Yeah. It's funny. It's funny how that works when you do something at the same hour of the morning for years and years and years. You tend to I have this bad habit of waking up 2 or 3 minutes before the alarm goes off. But the one that pisses me off is when I wake up because I got to pee 40 minutes before my alarm goes off, and then I go back to sleep like a dumbass.
Yeah. Well, at this point in time, I've been waking up at shit 2, 11, 2, 4, and 6 to go pee. It's like, Oh, one of the big things I've done, again, to show that I can make change is I've stopped eating snack cakes.
Forget that.
Period.
Send them to me. Put them in a box. I'll take care of them for you.
In doing such, now last week I did have a day or a fasting blood sugar check of like 220 or something like that. But that was after I ate a crap ton of rice and a sweet roll the night before.
Yeah, you wouldn't think rice would have that bad of an effect, but it does.
Yeah.
White.
But like this morning, I checked, I was at 106. Let's see here. Eric says, "Sup, fellas? Nice mustache, Chris. Actually, this isn't new, but I did shave the goatee." Anyone have experience mixing acrylics and speed paints? Not speed paints, but I have done contrast and regular paints. Real quick. What's that?
I'm gonna grab my pills real quick.
Okay. There is, if you're talking about Ocean Thunder, there is not a board. It's not a board game. It is a miniatures game, but you can print out those. You can print out the little ship counters. Or if you're talking about the Funko game, no, I don't know if there's a board or not. Funko's HQ is 5 blocks from my house. Their retail store is pretty cool. Tell them because yes, if you mix the two, you effectively remove the speed paint property. You don't want to mix them. Now, if I have painted over them and vice versa, and they work pretty well. So what I have done is, in a lot of situations, I will have like this one here. And I'm going to embiggen myself here for a second. So this one here, I primed her black and then did a heavy dry brush of white, regular acrylic, and then used the contrast paints to get her done the way she's done there. So that's how I've mixed them. But the white was dry. So watch for the rules, except for marathons. Right.
Hey, Scala Gremlin, do you like I know when I get up in the morning, I'm like kind of like what you're saying there. I don't get up 3 hours earlier, but when I get up, I sit on the edge of my bed and I'm like, fuck the world. I don't know about you all, but I'm one of the people when I get up in the morning, I jump straight in the shower. I pack my backpack if I'm putting food in it for lunch or something like that. Well, I get dressed and then I do that and then I'm out the door. I can't sit around the house. Now, on a weekend, if I'm not playing golf, I can get up, make a cup of coffee, sit on the couch, and I'm good to go. But Monday to Friday, I can't do it.
Yeah. That's another thing. I'm limiting. Me and Mike says avoid soda in the evening. So here's another thing I've done is, and caffeine doesn't really affect me. It doesn't keep me awake. It doesn't give me a buzz or anything like that. But again, as to show that I can make a change, I went 2 whole weeks without drinking a single Coke at
I
all.
switched to zero in diet, and my doctor told me that because when I
Well,
brought
no, I'm talking about no. I
no,
did no sodas
I can't
whatsoever
do
for
that. And
2 weeks.
I questioned my doctor about that when I got the diabetes diagnosis. And I said, Doc, I said, man, I might drink 3 glasses of freaking sweet tea and 2 Cokes at night when I get home. He said, switch to diet. And I
Yeah.
started to make that statement about, but people, he said, quit listening to shithouse doctors.
Oh,
Granted, not drinking soda would be good, but
right. So what I've done is I'm limiting myself to uh, one soda per day, Monday through Friday, and two on weekends. And again, it's just changing the mindset. Making myself be different because I needed to be different, and that is proving to myself and Donna that I can be different.
right. Yeah. Hey, Chris, walk about it. Yeah, if I had one of those in my house, I would just lay down and put my mouth underneath the damn thing nonstop.
Yeah. Um, so Nagoya apparently is saying that a catheter and a bag will solve the problem of waking up at night.
How about a bucket beside the bed?
Yeah, there you go. Telemachus says just run a hose. So I can't cut rice out completely uh, because of the food boxes that I get. I mean, they've got rice, they've got pasta, but it's in an amount. It, when I say I ate a lot of rice, I ate not only my rice but all of Donna's rice also because she didn't like it because it was cooked with a heavy amount of garlic and turmeric, which I really liked. She wasn't a fan of it, so I ate a lot of it, and I think it was more the sweet roll that I ate uh,
Right.
the night before than the rice. But I don't think the rice because we had rice another night, and the next morning I was at 104. So, so I get up at 5 a.m. Don't have to work until 8, but I have to sit on the edge of the bed and stare at the wall, saying "fuck." Yeah, I'm like you, man. I shower at night before I go to bed.
I can't start my day without a shower.
But I get up, I go do my morning ablutions, and so normally I have to be at work at 8, which means I am out the door. I have to be out the door by no later than like 7:35, and my first alarm goes off at 7. And previously, when I was staying up until midnight or 1 in the morning, I would get up at 7, or the alarm would go off at 7, and I would be out of bed by 7:18 and out the door by 7:35. Now that I'm going to bed by I'm asleep by 10 or 10:30. I'm awake at fucking 6:30 in the morning. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting.
Chuck, I bet if you poke your thumb, it's still red.
What's that?
I said, told Chuck, I said, if he pokes his thumb with a needle, I bet it's still red.
Yep. So, any tips on making the mixing work well? So, what you could do, and again, this is purely from contrast because I have not used speed paints or Vallejo's paints or whatever. Get whatever version of medium, no pigment medium, and that will help you. So I use the contrast medium and put in a couple of drops of a regular paint, and that actually helps. Um, McMurray, how you doing, sir?
I'm well. How are you guys?
Doing well.
Sorry I'm late. I am on the way home, and then I will be painting just like you.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Reese is going to join us here in a minute too.
What's up, Jeffy?
Reese is going to join us here as soon as he gets home and walks the dog.
Yep.
Oh, outstanding. Good.
So, yeah, as soon as Donna gets over the crap that she's got going right now, yeah, yesterday morning, we we got we got to visit the emergency room
That's no good.
because our walk-in clinic here in Pike County is for the fucking birds. Um, she's been dealing with sinus issues like the entirety of her life. But lately it's been really bad to the point where her ears were starting to get clogged up with congestion, and she's been coughing really badly to the point now that right behind her rib cage in the front and in the back this hurts really bad, and it got so bad that we had to take her to the ER. Well, we first went to the walk-in clinic, and they said, "Well, there's nothing we can do about it here." You jackasses. So took her to the emergency room. We wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything going on. It ended up finding out she's got a bad case of bronchitis, possible start of pneumonia, and the pain is from pleurisy in her lung. Basically, badly inflamed. But hopefully, she's on antibiotics, and they've given her some painkillers to take care of that. It's oxycodone that they gave her. And when I picked it up, the pharmacist said, "She ever had oxycodone before?" Yeah, and she knows that it's highly addictive. Yeah. Do you want Narcan on hand in case she overdoses? Holy shit! No, I think we're gonna be okay. I guess that's a real concern. I had never thought about that.
Everybody, we have classes for that shit now. Don't you all, McMurray?
What?
Don't you all have classes now for the use of Narcan?
I mean, it's pretty simple. It's about as plug and play as you can get. Quite literally, plug it into somebody's nose, squeeze the, depress the plunger, and there you go. Repeat until somebody wakes up really fucking mad.
Yeah. But
when people get Narcan, they like to come up swinging because fucking, of course, they do.
It's just the point is, the point of, hey, do you want this on hand just in case you overdose? Like, dude,
Well,
I mean,
it wouldn't be off if it wasn't a huge problem.
Oh, I know. It's just
people are working really hard to counteract Darwin nowadays.
Yeah, well, I get that. It's just it never occurred to me that, because I've had oxycodone before. I've taken it, and I don't get a high from it. I feel normal with it. And what I mean by that is all of my pain goes away.
Uh-huh.
That's what I could get addicted to. I'm not in a euphoric state when I take it. I don't get a buzz off of it. It's just I could become psychologically addicted to it, and then of course physically addicted to it.
A morphine shot one time and one time only, that it was so good that it scared the shit out of me. So
yeah, well, it just I took it because my back was really hurting that real bad one day, and I took one, and it was like within 30 minutes my back felt like when I was 18 again. and not, screwed up from the Army when I was 19. So yeah, I could see where I could get in trouble with it because I just want to take one just so I don't feel the pain anymore.
Right.
But I didn't get a euphoric high off of it. So
You're
yeah.
probably taking it as prescribed so that doesn't happen, if I had to guess.
Well, yeah,
But
because
yes. I mean,
there's
I think that's probably the difference, is you are taking it as prescribed by a medical professional due to a need as identified by a medical professional, as opposed to,
some dipshit just popping them.
well,
Yeah.
at any rate, I don't know.
Um,
Pain medicine scares the shit out of me.
oh, it does me too. I mean, you take too much. You take too much of anything, and you're going to get fucked up somehow. I mean, you take too much Tylenol or Aleve, and you're roasting your fucking liver.
Yeah.
So, but no, she's okay. Her EKG came back strong, so it wasn't a heart attack. And her blood work came back strong. So nothing wrong there. Just like I said, bronchitis, pneumonia. But once she gets over that, we're hoping to be able to start walking again. That's something we used to do all the time when we lived in Austin, and even when we lived in Springfield, we would go for about a 30-45 minute walk every night. So
That will do wonders for your health.
yep. So all of these changes I'm making are, not just for the physical benefit, but for the mental and emotional benefit. So yeah. Skylar Grumman says, when I dislocated my hip, they gave me an injection of fentanyl. I could say how that could become a problem real fast. No one is meant to feel that good ever. And like I said, I don't know about fentanyl. I don't know about morphine, but with the oxycodone, it just, like I said, I didn't get a high
but
off
Chris,
of it.
imagine doing that on a day where you don't have. My point is, imagine doing that on a day where you don't have excessive pain. If it can make you feel good when you feel like you're about to fucking die,
Oh yeah.
then on a day where you have mild pain or no pain, it's going to make you feel like it's the best fucking day ever.
Probably so.
Like,
But,
I get that for you, using it as prescribed with a good dosage is like, that didn't like fucking rock your world. But at the same time, the reason that people are handing out Narcan, or that professionals are handing out Narcan, isn't because people are taking recommended dosages when needed.
Right. They're taking all 20 at one time, because she's got 20 of them. And I can see some dipshit just downing all of them at once and like going out of it. So
the word for that going out of it is dying.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyhow, that's a real fucking morbid subject. Jeffy, what you playing?
I am playing Battle for Stalingrad.
Oh baby, can you point us towards? Can you show us what we're looking at on the map? Can you tell us what we're looking at?
I'm not going to zoom in with this. That's Stalingrad.
Oh, that's Stalingrad. In
that's the river.
Dude.
And the little gray
Who'd have thunk it? The blue shit's the river?
That blue stuff right there.
So, does this cover the whole, like, from the German initial approach of 6th Army to the city? Or is this, like, just post-Uranus?
This is 6th Army sitting right on the edge of the city, getting ready to go in on 15 September 1942.
Yep.
Now,
yes, sir. So how...
There's no combat chart in freaking rule book.
How many turn, or how long is a turn?
Well, you play it in phases or reaction phases. There's only 7 game turns, but you have all kinds of little phases.
Okay.
But these phases are useless if Jeffy can't find the combat results table in the rule book.
Well, you see, the issue is Todd sent you that game, and Todd can be a bit of a trickster.
Oh, never mind. I got it. I'm going to make a copy of it there real quick. Be right back.
Oh, okay. Bye, buddy. That's silly, dude. Who all do we have in the comments?
Oh, we got every fucking buddy there.
There you go. We got Reese. We got, Mike! Mike! Thank you, buddy. The game got here. Todd and I are going to play the Ever-Loving Bejesus out of it. It's Blitzkrieg in 20 minutes. Or is it World War II in 20 minutes? Either way. I think it's Blitzkrieg in 20 minutes. It looks super fun. I haven't got my hands on it yet. It's still over at Toddy's house. But very much looking forward to that, and then very much looking forward to reading some of those books once Toddy's done with them. But yeah, so thank you again, Mike. That was a good time. Chris, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. But all right, Jeffy. So what do we? You said there's a bunch of phases. What size are the counters?
Battalions, companies. I think there's a couple of platoons on here. Yeah, some platoons.
So is it the Russians have battalions, the Germans have companies and platoons?
Let's see. Germans have companies and companies.
Okay.
They got a couple battalions.
Okay.
They say that the most devastating thing in this game for the Russians is, and they're not on the board yet, but is this Transvolga artillery that'll pop up over here on the other side of the river.
Yeah.
They're lethal as hell.
Yeah.
But
that makes sense. So the question is, how long, how many turns until Paulus is paddling a rowboat around that's not the Vistula, that's not the Don, that's not the Dnieper, that's
the Volga.
There you go. Shit. I knew that. God.
You know who this is right here, where I'm pointing?
That's probably Heath Ledger.
It is, okay. Who is he portraying?
Vasily Zaitsev?
No. The only person counter on the game, and he's Russian, who do you think it would be?
Nikita Khrushchev.
No, Muppet.
Rossisowski.
Chuikov.
Chuikov? Okay. Get out of here. I made decent. Those were decent guesses. That's the original commander of Stalingrad, and then the guy who came to relieve him.
Chuikov.
That was a very reasonable guess. Jeez, Lou. Jeffy's over here talking to me like I'm a complete dangus.
Chuikov.
Well, all right, guys. So I went ahead and uploaded. If you go to my Discord, the Not Jay's Discord server, under World War II, I've uploaded the PDF of the rules that are as they are currently, and then all of the ship counters for Battle of Savo Island, and all of the ship charts needed to play the game for those ships for Savo Island. So,
oh hell yeah! For
Ocean Thunder.
Jesus Christ! There you go, Ocean Thunder.
Yep.
Hell yeah! Where the big guns roar.
Yep.
I just watched that shirt yesterday.
Greg says, glad you're doing better, Chris. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I haven't got to you. I just found a box that fits the game. I'll get a weight on it, and if you'll send me your zip code at least, I can get a shipping, a cost for shipping and everything.
What are you sending him?
He is gonna. He wants to buy the tank on tank West Front from me.
There you go.
So, but yeah, things are going well. yeah, anybody that's interested in Ocean Thunder, check it out on Discord in the World War II group, and it's
It
all
is
right
pretty
there.
delightful.
What's that?
Most of your questions can probably be answered in short order as well. I said it's pretty delightful, and most of your questions can probably be answered in short order as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. And if you do have if there is a question, please let me know. Because if it's not clear in the rules, I need to make it clear in the rules. So, but yeah, that everything I've given you in PDF form is enough for you to play the first battle of Savo Island. So, there you have it. The more
The
people
turning
that put their
templates
eyes
are out
on it,
there.
yeah, turn templates are in the back of the book.
Outstanding.
So, yeah, there we have it. So, what are you going to be working on, Mr. McMurray, once you finally get home? And he's on mute. Oh, there he is.
I think I've got a bunch of 15 millimeter ACW I've been painting. I believe I'm going to continue painting those for Jeffy's spooky ACW Halloween adventure.
Very cool.
Jeffy's spooky Halloween adventure.
Reestopher!
Oh, yeah, it's
How are you?
Reese. Yeah, man, Jeffy's spooky ACW adventure.
I didn't know
That's
Jeffy
the
was
game we're
doing a
gonna play.
spooky.
What?
I didn't know Jeffy was doing a spooky Halloween adventure.
Well, now you do.
And knowing's half the battle.
Yeah, the other half is shooting people in the face.
That and red and blue lasers.
Well, you know. Yeah, Jeffy, we're definitely doing a Jeffy's spooky Halloween adventure. Absolutely. It's going to be a great game. You're going to enjoy it. Brian's going to enjoy it. The undead legions of Robert E. Lee will solve the manpower crisis of the Confederate States of America and be slaughtered by, everybody's going to get slaughtered. Reese does not look entertained by that, but that's okay.
Actually, I was sitting here wondering if I could suggest names for the Confederate characters, but
Absolutely. So long as Big Jeffy is the commander. Unless Big Jeffy got away with the commander. What's up?
El Jefe the Jeffy. Or Jeffy El Jefe.
El Jefe. That's what Archie at work calls me. El Jefe.
At first, the commander is going to be Headstone Jackson.
Nice.
I don't know if that's what we're going to keep or what. But it should be entertaining
So,
in any way.
Is it going to be Robert E. Spleen?
I don't know. I did paint up a zombie that looked kind of like Robert E. Lee, but that doesn't really work out because he didn't die during the war. But, that's okay. Jeff, I did cut the leg off of a 15 millimeter guy and put it on a base so that we could just randomly have Dan Sickles' leg somewhere on the battlefield just because, he was a big fan of saving that thing and trotting it around. Maybe the Smithsonian's going on tour.
Well, the Illinois National Guard Military Museum has Santa Anna's leg that they won from one of the Texas regiments.
well, is Albert Sidney Johnson going to be there since he was dead?
Let's be honest. If I need dead general officers from either side, it's not going to be a problem.
About a dime a dozen by 1863.
Accurate. But, my point is everybody says that if Stonewall Jackson was back, then he would have solved all the Confederacy's woes. So that's why Stonewall Jackson had to turn into a necromancer and start raising up zombies and whatnot so that he could solve all the Confederacy's woes. Well, some of them. Somewhere he's got to start shitting out, currency that's accepted in Europe as well. But that's not the point.
The problem is when he starts raising British zombies and they're not on the side he thought they were going to be on.
Fair, because I also do have a bunch of British Intervention Force stuff painted up because I couldn't figure out a way how to put fun small boats on the rivers. But so there's some British in small steamboats chartered out of Canada. It's 28 mil. Come on now, or it's 15 mil. Come on now.
You said small boats on rivers.
That's fair. Yeah,
I'm working on my PBR and my seal support craft.
There you go.
Telemachus says, add the Headless Horseman into it and he's sold.
I mean, so the Headstone Jackson is riding around on a skeleton horse. I'll have to figure out something for a Headless Horseman.
And then Nguyen said, I found out last week that Generalissimo is a real word in the English dictionary.
Oh, hell yeah. Come on, turn on. There we go. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, I did also find, because you know, I know how much you guys enjoy Civil War documentaries. I did also make a, hang on, let me, you guys will enjoy this model, which is Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter holding a bottle of holy water over there. Oh God, don't make it biggerized yet. But yeah, it's not done. I just have a black on there. But yeah, and then there's a bunch of single based vampire models that'll be on there, along with some rebels that I need to base up for Brian's competition. But yeah, and there's 4 stands for artillery crew, and yeah, it's going good.
Outstanding.
But all right, enough talk. Let me pull this arm down here and we'll start painting.
Reese, what have you been working on the last month?
Besides trying to shut down the company, painting a few Navy SEALs, working on Way City, but also working on a Mekong Delta project as well. So
very cool. Very cool.
Got my battle matting for Way City. Oh,
that finally came in?
It was printed wrong, so I'm in the process of getting it again. But I have faith they will take care of it. So.
Oh yeah, they should take care of you without a problem.
And they're letting me keep the bad one too, which is kind of cool. So.
Oh shit! How misprinted was it?
Well, it's a double-sided mat, and I asked for the Islands terrain with a hex grid on it, so I could do Pacific Air War.
Yeah.
But also I could do it for Mekong Delta if you had palm trees with water with land in it. But then the other side was the streets of Pompeii, which I was going to use for the Way City cobblestones. And they put the hex grid for the air combat on the urban terrain.
Oh man, what? So there's no hexes on the...
There's no hexes on my islands.
Well, that's kind of counterproductive.
So that
could be worse.
It could. How big are the hexes?
1.5 inch. It's not bad.
How big is the mat?
4x6.
Oh dang! I was about to say you could use that for gladiator stuff. That'd be the biggest goddamn arena on earth.
Right.
I'll figure it out. I can fold it up. And the thing is, I'm going to get to keep it. They're going to send me a new one. So I'm going to have the islands terrain without the hexes. I'm going to have the islands terrain with the hexes. I'm going to have the urban terrain. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit worried, but everything's going to work out. I did get a gift card for my birthday that I am planning on using for Undaunted Battle of Britain. So that's going to be coming my way, and then I'll be reverse engineering their cards to come up with Pacific War cards for them, just so we can have them. So
I'm down with that.
And I'm trying to get my 1/600 air combat stuff going again. So I've got a lot of irons in the fire. I have completely taken the Normandy campaign off of my workbench. It was too much for me to handle with the company shutting down right now. I have my position saved. I will return to it, but if I do another video soon, it's going to be Vietnam. It's not going to be my grand campaign. Oh, you got Japanese.
I painted a lot of Japanese.
See, I have the Corsairs, the Hellcats, and the Wildcats to go up against those, but I haven't. I just Japanese
All you
planes
need
are
to do
one
is-
thing I cannot find. I cannot find the inspiration to paint them.
Did you hear the
I just need to do the canopies.
new?
What's up,
game that I'm
Jeffy?
gonna play?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. We talked about the game you're gonna play.
Send
It's
me
gonna be
their
awesome.
new Calcan goal game.
Ooh,
I got.
There
woke up
are
this
no
morning,
bad casualties.
Looked over at my phone. At 5:45, there was a message that said hello. And I looked and saw who it was, and I said, "Morning, Vuka." I said, "Well, at least for me it is." Because he's in Germany. He said, "You want to test play our new Calcan goal game?" I said, "Hell yeah." Send it across the water, buddy.
Are the Bears in the Wood Catholic?
No, but they do have funny hats.
Last I checked, I don't know, but I can tell you he's not a Hindu.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah. Not too much on respecting the sanctity of the cows.
Not at all.
Not even a little bit.
McMurray,
That's me.
were you looking for 10 millimeter ACW?
Not as much now that I got back going balls deep in 15. I was going to do a whole bunch of it for the imaginations, but like I said, I'm going balls deep in these things. It's not that I wouldn't take them, but I'm not actively searching because I've recently acquired some more 15s even.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy. I know you got them.
No, that's okay. I finally got to them.
Oh, that's
Like I said, I've been cleaning my room, and
Oh, okay. So you finally got to those those two tackle boxes of them.
yeah.
Yeah. There
So
you
I've been
Good.
repainting a lot of my stuff up to my current standard.
Let's take a look at that. Hold on.
Yeah.
You do not have
There you
enough
go.
models, Reese. If you are actively repainting already
Oh, they
painted
were
models,
trash.
you
They
do
were
not-
absolute trash. Let me show you what standard they were up to, if I can.
You do not
here we
have
go.
enough models, friend.
Here was the standard they were on.
Like I hear you.
No,
I'm just saying that you don't have enough
Oh,
models if you're repainting already painted
McMurray, I
figures.
finished your mortar guy.
Oh, the 60 millimeter firing from the hip guy?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Look at that. That's badass.
Yeah. So I've got.
You know,
I've got
when Jeff
stuff
was
in.
in, he fired those things from the shoulder.
That explains his back problems.
You're right. Chris Lung says, "Nice tiger stripe."
Thanks. It took me like 15 different generations of how to figure it out. The key is to dry brush tan before you do anything else. So
There you go.
I do the dark olive drab base. I dry brush tan over it, dot some brown on it, and then do black stripes, and it looks decent. So
That's what's
Hell
important.
yeah, man.
yeah, it sure beats the tiger stripe I showed up to March to Victory with.
That's okay.
So that's improved quite a bit. Here's the comparison if you wanted to do that. I'll stick a guy behind them.
You know what else beats the tiger stripe you showed up to March to Victory with?
What?
An RPG to the face.
Oh, not wrong.
Did I steal your thunder there,
What's up?
McMurray? Did I steal your thunder there?
I was about to say Todd with RPGs, but yeah.
Yeah, that. Anyway, as I said, I'm just trying to get everything back up to that standard. So
It's all right. You got it. You got the right
Speaking
thing.
of
It's Todd with RPGs, man. Yeah.
speaking of conventions
Toddy
in
with
Kansas
RPGs
City,
is not a nice boy.
we did get some bad news.
Good.
What's the bad news?
Recruits is officially no more.
The wardrobe itself.
What? No, Recruits. The game convention, Recruits.
Okay.
It is officially no more. At last
RIP
year was
recruits
its last-
blown out.
I was terrified that you were going to say that March to Victory was not happening.
Well, March to Victory could potentially be,
At least there was news.
yeah.
At least there was news. For Christ's sakes, they put that shit out like 3 weeks before.
Yeah, it came out. It came out literally less than a month from when it normally happens. So, but March to Victory might be scaled back. It's still going to happen. It just might be scaled back to a Saturday game day,
Okay.
which I have no problem with.
Still get to see all my people.
Yeah, I
Recruits is
don't need.
That March to Victory is not yet dead.
No, just might be a little different. But I have never been one to need vendors at a game convention.
Yeah, me
You
either.
know, I don't know where that ever. Well, I guess that's definitely a British thing.
Do we need to picket a certain social club in a certain town in Missouri with signs that say "Lower your rates, you stupid greedy curmudgeons"?
No,
Okay.
no, because even then, they wouldn't have working bathrooms.
True. I mean, I can bring a porta potty. I think we can spend one at work.
No, it's not just a. To be honest with
What
you,
was that, McMurray?
it's not like vendors at conventions is a game.
Wow, your gerbils are terrible.
No shit.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't need a game. Or I don't need vendors at a game convention, to be honest.
It'll save me a lot of money.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say, especially if they're closing, dog, we could get one on like super sale. We could get a March to Victory porta potty, and it could double as my apartment.
Okay, Boomar.
I was saying, especially if the farm
And the
is closing, you
Yeah, so if the
Probably
farms are
get
closing, yeah.
real cheap.
The only problem is the auction is a couple months after March to Victory, so
But before that, I was saying that it's not. I mean, vendors at conventions isn't.
he on. All right, Mr. McMurray, come back when you got. I thought my squirrels were bad. Jesus.
love them to death.
Yep.
Oh,
But yeah. Well, we already. I can already see that Chris Long and you, Reese, have noticed the. Noticed the.
oh yeah, I finally have rules to use with my tip sheets.
I thought I had sent those to you.
I don't know if you had or not, but I cannot find them for the life of me.
Well, these are the updated ones with damage control rules.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So
Skelet Gremlin wants him to know, does he have a string and tin can for bandwidth? Dude, he's got more bandwidth than I do. He lives in St. Louis. I think what he needs to do is restart his router.
mhm.
I told him about resetting that stuff a bunch of times.
So
Speaking of taking stuff from work, though, we was talking about with the porta potty. I got a lot of funny looks today because I pulled up some plants at work, snapped the roots off of them, and stuck them in the back of my car. And they're, "What are you going to do? Eat them or smoke them?" I said, "Nothing. I'm going to dry them out and put them on bases for miniatures." And they said, "Bases for what? What?" And I was like, "Oh, don't worry about it."
yeah. Nothing to see here.
Yeah. My boss was at the same time though standing over me with a backpack sprayer full of wasp spray and a cigarette hanging out of her mouth.
Oh,
And
good God.
yeah, because we disturbed a ton of wasp nests, and I had them all over me, but I didn't get stung because I don't freak out. And if you don't freak out, you don't get stung. And she's like, "Get them off you so I can spray them. I'm not going to spray you with this." It's like, I'm not worried about it.
Right?
She looks like that. She looked like that picture from World War II, the flamethrower operator smoking a pipe or whatever.
Good Lord. Oh.
Yeah.
I did see a game from VUCA that is in pre-order right now. That was highly interesting to me.
The aircraft game or whatever.
Their Cold War game.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's in a 4-inch box. It's got scads of counters. The maps. There's there's 3 maps. There's 2 operational maps and 1 tactical map. The operational map goes from East Germany to, I think, the far West Germany almost. Well, it goes to the North Sea, and then from, I think, right southern Sweden all the way down to northern Austria, with each hex being 28 kilometers. Um, it looked imposing. The counter sheets are, all of them stacked together, are 1.5 inches thick.
Jesus.
All right, Chris, take care, buddy. Have a good dinner. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for dropping in. So, yeah. Obviously, that is a, needless to say, that counts as a monster game. I had asked that question to the group, and I got the affirmative from McMurray. So I thought it looked good. Now I'm in no way, shape, or form ready for a game of that nature at this point, especially because it cost $152 on pre-order.
Good night.
I think it's 175. It's going to be 175 retail.
That makes me want to look and see what Axis and Allies Global Now is going to be.
Yeah. So, but I think we're gonna start me on getting carrier battle Philippine C up and get it done first. So I need, when I can, what's holding me back on getting my 49th Armored Division progress going again is I need more resin. I need to buy some resin. And as soon as I do that, I should be ready to go with that again too.
So, Chris, Axis and Allies Guadalcanal is going to be reprinted in 2024.
Okay, cool. What are we looking at? Do they have a price on it yet?
I don't know. They have not released any more details except 2024. The old ones are still going for about $300, so it's got to be cheaper than that. But if I can get my hands on that, 2025 may be the year of the Campaign of the Solomons.
There you go.
That gives me time to get both the American and Japanese fleets painted, the aircraft painted, and the ground forces painted.
There you go.
So,
Yeah.
I've got the terrain for it. I've got most of the planes done. I have the Marines. Well, I have the Marines done to do it. I don't have all my Marines done, if you know what I mean.
Right.
And I need to really touch up my Japanese, but I just need to figure out how to get those fleets. But I think I may know a guy, especially since McMurray and I are going to talk about a resin printer at some point. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to print out some. I need to print out some more. Uh, uh, I need to print some more ships for myself. Right now, the only ones I've got are these right here.
Mm,
A little escort carrier and a couple of destroyers.
nice.
Um, and I think I've got a USS Texas around here somewhere.
I just don't know enough to know what I need yet. When I figure that out, I'll work on it.
Well, oh, here we go. I do have the Japanese battleship Issei.
Ooh.
So what you want to do is go to Wikipedia
Okay.
and pull up the different battles.
Okay.
So like because it'll tell you it should tell you what ships were in each battle.
And then just start an Excel spreadsheet of what ships were there. And
Yep.
sounds good.
Yep.
Hey, before I forget, what's everybody doing for Mutt's painting challenge?
I'll be honest, I haven't done anything yet.
Okay.
I don't even know what the challenge is. I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch
What's the challenge
the
is the paint.
video.
It's not complicated. I was going to make a video to reveal this, but I'll reveal it here. For the mini War Mutt painting challenge, I am doing an M151 Mutt.
Oh, nice.
So I've got a crew upgrade pack that they're actually in combat in Vietnam, and I figured, hey, I'll do it. So it'll be a War Mutt.
Nice. 1 point per mini 15 millimeters or larger. I would probably end up painting a shit ton of Star Wars. But I'm not focusing on Star Wars right now. I'm going to be painting wise. I'm going to be focusing on my 3 millimeter stuff.
I made the mistake of following Skullforge on Instagram. I haven't succumbed to temptation yet, but man, I want to start stocking up on STLs for that one.
Welcome back, McMurray.
What's up? STLs for what, Reese?
Well, I have an idea, and this is going to be probably 5 or 6 years down in the future, of 54 millimeter Star Wars. And I was thinking about doing it with Skullforge. But
why does it have to be 5 or 6 years down the road? Why not just do it?
because I got a lot on the table right now, and I also don't have the space. And by that point, I should have a house and a garage and a basement. So
Right.
Now the good thing is, he is doing Shatterpoint scale miniatures now also.
oh, that's cool. Those will be
Which-
easily scalable.
Which those are 40 to 45 millimeter.
Mm-hmm.
But do those look
No.
like cell shady? Like the
Like
Shatterpoint stuff?
So they're designed to look like the Shatterpoint models. So they're proportioned a little differently. A little spindlier, as it were. At
Shoot!
you probably couldn't shrink them down real well, but you should be able to definitely make them go up 25% or so.
You said, what were they, 40, 45 millimeter?
Yep.
Okay.
Hold on. Broom. I think it's still downstairs. You need me to go get it for you?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Okay. That's... hate to be the math guy. That's only 9 millimeters off.
Yep.
So that shouldn't be too hard. And I tend to run true 54s and not the big 60 mils that some people run. So
Skeller Gremlin says the Shatterpoint model style is halfway between realistic and Star Wars cartoon styles.
well, then I may want to go with his Legion models and just scale those guys up because I like those quite a bit.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, McMurray, you still on?
Yep.
I have not clipped it yet, but I have found the 30-minute long video on YouTube that includes a 5-second scene of an OH-13 firing rockets.
Oh, that's badass.
So I need to clip that and send it to you. But it was like one of their weapon tests that actually proves on video that the OH-13 had a gunship prototype model.
That's badass.
So
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that anybody made any bones about the fact that, yeah, they're marking rockets, but guess what? 30 millimeter marking rockets or whatnot are still rockets.
well, it was less marking rockets, and like they had guns attached, like machine guns attached to them as well.
Yeah.
Like they were looking at putting 5-inch Havars underneath them, I think.
Nice.
So I could be wrong on that, but I
Gents, I'm going to bail on you all. I got a couple things I want to do this evening.
All right.
Chris,
Take care,
welcome
Hexy.
back.
Thanks for dropping in, buddy.
You got it,
Yeah,
bud.
Jeffy, good to hear from you, buddy.
But
Well, that's badass, Reese.
so I am looking at potentially doing some sort of Cold War imaginations type thing that's between World War II and Korea in eras, or like Korean era type thing. Yeah.
Like an Operation Unthinkable thing? Or do you
No.
just mean in technology levels?
More like technology levels, but like on some random island chain in the Pacific kind of thing. With maybe some Japanese holdouts, some Russian troops, and some Brits or something. I don't know. But
Sweet.
we'll see. I've got all those jungle Aussies to use. I've got my Marines. I've got Japanese. I've got Russians. Like, might as well come up with something. So
Makes sense. Makes sense. I'm about to say, no matter what, it'll be entertaining. So,
oh yeah, it'll be entertaining for me. The rest of the world may suffer, but I had fun.
well, fuck them. Whatever.
As my mom used to say, joke them if they can't take a fuck.
There you go.
I think I would have liked your mother.
She was full of witticisms, that's for fucking sure. Oh.
Treating you good, Chris?
Boring as all get out.
I understand.
You know, it's we actually did really well in the month of August.
Mhm.
We were only my two bosses, the two owners, were only expecting to see about 800 to 900,000 in sales.
Right.
We did just over $1 million.
That's awesome.
And the reason was because it was so damn hot.
Yeah, and everybody's feeding out.
The animals don't like to eat when it's hot.
No.
So even our, especially like our big pig farms that we deliver to,
Mhm.
they were cutting back 10-20%
Right.
last month. The pheasant farms, the state pheasant farms, they cut back quite a bit.
I know we dialed back a little bit.
Yeah.
No, I had the most pointless day of work ever today. They sent me out to pick up all the scrap metal to put in the scrap metal dumpster on one of our farms. so the farms didn't look trashy when some big wig from Wisconsin came down to tour. And then we filled the dumpster up, and we called the dumpster company, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll get you on the list," which does not mean pick it up today. That means pick it up at some time in the unknown future. And so I called the higher ups, and the higher ups said, "Oh, just like make a pile of it somewhere." So instead of having a pile of scrap metal, we now have a pile of scrap metal.
Yeah, that's super cool.
You sure you don't work for the military?
No, I don't.
Because that shit sounds like the fucking military.
I know, but I am sunburnt, I am tired, and I was on every farm that they run up here, sometimes twice today. So, yeah, it was a day. Not to mention one of my bosses going hysterical and spraying wasp spray 360 degrees as fast as they could. So,
What?
and I don't mean from a can, from a pressurized backpack sprayer,
Yeah, why?
because there was a red wasp nest that I disturbed when I was moving scrap metal.
Did you hit your boss for spraying you with?
No, I avoided the spray by holding the scrap metal in front of my face.
That's good. I'm happy for you on that one.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think my buddy accidentally drank coolant the other day, though.
Drink coolant at the end of the day?
On accident.
Man, you guys are really going for the workman's comp claims knowing that you're going to be out of work. Good Lord. That's a little extreme, my dude.
Yeah. I forgot to mention that one of our people ran into a semi-truck with a tractor. The semi was stationary, and the tractor was in low gear.
So the tractor just ran over a semi-truck or ran through a semi?
Basically.
How big was the tractor?
It wasn't too big. It was basically, well, I call it a lawn tractor. It's not super big.
Okay.
But I got a call because I was on another farm, and my boss was like, "Hey, we need you to come back to Farm 5." And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "We need somebody that's tractor certified." I said, "Well, what about insert name here?" And they said, "Yeah, that's the thing. They're currently under investigation for hitting a semi." And I was like, "Oh, are we talking like traffic court?" He's like, "No, on the farm." I said, "Please tell me the semi was moving." He said, No, it was not."
It may have been in his brain, but it sure wasn't in reality.
So I had to come back and back trailers for a couple days.
Awkward.
Good gravy.
Yeah, he's lost his tractor driving permit from the company.
Well, running into a parked thing that's about as large of a motor vehicle as can get onto roadways should do that. Like,
No, that wasn't what did it.
was it the fact that he was fucking hammered when he did it?
No. This guy's clean as a whistle. He just doesn't take his blood pressure medicine, so he falls asleep all the time. Sometimes while standing up. But what did it was he got cleared under the investigation, got back on the tractor, and proceeded to almost run me over the next day when he fell asleep on the tractor with his foot on the forward pedal.
Yeah, exactly. It seems like a great guy to not have driving a tractor.
Yeah.
Nice guy. Sounds like a great dude. But
everybody wants him gone, but we care too much to fire him when we have very little time left in the company, and the retention bonus is very nice.
Oh, for keeping people as
we don't want him to lose out on $13,000.
Oh,
so
I mean that's fair.
He's a menace to society, but we want to,
Yeah, again, that's super cool, but don't get fucking run over.
Oh, he's been relegated to washing boots with a water hose. So
he's gonna fucking drown you. Is what's gonna happen.
I guess it's good work if you can get it. Shit.
If I can drown on top of a hill, things have messed up, or the animals were going 2x2 in a very large boat and I missed it.
Man, I'd spray boots with water for pay. Like that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds wonderful, to be honest with you.
It's not bad.
So, yeah, because for McMurray, the boots don't shoot back.
True.
They don't fight. They don't bleed all over you with hepatitis or anything.
But we get birds. We get birds in a couple weeks back. Our farm's empty right now, and then it's back to the normal. But this is called clean out, and basically what it means is we got all our stuff done, and we're just screwing around. So and trying to look productive so that the boss doesn't cut our hours.
Sounds half decent.
Yeah, as I said, I was on every farm we have today, sometimes twice. So
It could be worse.
yeah, I wasn't the one driving, so I slept on the clock quite a bit.
Even better.
What do you
Even
think
better.
for zombie skin? Should we use pallid bone? Or for vampire skin? Sorry, not zombie skin. Vampire skin.
Is that the one that kind of looks like parchment?
I don't know. Sure.
Try it over a gray and see what happens. Because I don't know what your primer base is.
Buddy, these are 15 mil. I'm going to just slap this shit on here and see how it looks.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
My 54 is a little bit different.
Accurate. These are 15 millimeter vampires. I don't
Yeah,
know
but
that
Gary,
they'll ever
let's
see the light
let's
of
see
playtime.
let's see your tiger stripes in 15.
Eat a dick. How about that?
I'd prefer not to, but I mean, if I have
Well,
to.
I'd prefer not to make tiger stripes in 15 either. So it sounds like we've reached an impasse.
I did do ACUs in 15.
Ooh, I bet that would be cool.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find them and show them to you next time.
Hey, so ACU and BDU, how different from Vietnam era would it be at 54 millimeter if I painted it that way?
Very.
Okay.
So
Because
because Vietnam, you really only had either had the ODs or
Mhm.
Tiger Stripes,
Right.
and Tiger Stripe is distinctly different from the 3-color NATO BDUs.
No. I'm not talking about the paint color because that's basically ELDR, which
Oh.
I've got ELDR here, which occasionally the Marines were issued. But I'm talking about the actual miniature is in that uniform set.
Are you talking about like the cut of the?
Because I've got a box of Rangers from like probably the 90s. And then I'm going to put Vietnam web gear on them if I can, and put the M1 pod on them.
Yeah, so you're gonna want to paint them in Tiger Stripe,
Okay, because of the difference in the uniform.
right? Because if the Tiger Stripe had the extra pockets,
Right.
the green ODs did not.
Okay. The extra pockets at the bottom of the blouse is what you're talking about.
That and also in the pants.
Okay. Actually, my Marines are wearing those extra. I guess they just modeled wrong. Okay. Cool. I was going to paint them up as Marines because I need more Marines for Way. So
Yes, Mike. To be technical, BDU is not a camo pattern. It is a style of uniform that they had different. They had different colors too. They had the 3-color woodland. They had the 3-color desert. They had the 6-color desert.
If I ever showed you my chocolate chip uniform sniper with the woodland flak jacket on that I painted,
No.
Was that something you'd be interested in seeing?
Yeah. If you got it handy, absolutely.
Oh yeah, it's right here. I'll pick him up. I gotta very gently pick him up once I find him. I don't think he's on the base. There he is. This is the miniature that started me on my crazy camo pattern journey. If I can get it to focus. Come on.
Yeah, so that's your 6-color desert.
Yeah, with the woodland flak jacket on, and then I need to redo his face.
Yeah, quite appropriate.
So I fell in love with that mini, and I was like, you know what, I should do more fun camo patterns, and then I started Vietnam. So because then I've got this is actually the same mini base actually. It's just painted quite a bit differently with different gear.
Yeah.
But I've got him in ERDL woodland which is basically Woodland 81, but scaled down quite a bit. So, and with a little bit different colors. But they were testing that out. And that time the Marines got some of those. So I've learned way too much about camo patterns in the past couple of years. So
Yeah.
I was gonna say you should. Have you painted any brushstroke grease? Grass pattern?
I have not. I have thought about doing some Rhodesian guys, but I can't find the proper minis for it. So
Gotcha.
I'm
Just
thinking about
cobble together everything and call them RLI.
You know what the problem is?
What?
Getting the FALs.
Oh shit! I was supposed to print you FALs, wasn't I?
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything. But
well,
yeah,
no, I can print FALs and Uzis and high powers and
dude,
G3s and anything I can find.
If you want to print me some high powers, I would not be opposed to that because some SOG guys are running around with high powers.
Accurate.
And, I do like the high power.
I mean, in all fairness, if you've got like any CZ75s or anything at that scale, it'd be pretty tough to tell the difference. But yeah.
Yeah, I need to look and see what I've got. But no, the FALs in my scale are $35 for a box of 4.
Yeah, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Well, they're discontinued. That's the problem.
That's fair, but how is a 3D printer not jumped in to fill that void in a massive, easy way?
Well, I would love to do that, but I do not have the space, and I have downstairs neighbors.
3D printers aren't that noisy.
No, but I thought the smell traveled.
No. What?
Okay.
No. Yeah, you need to make it up here so I can pass this printer off to you.
Hey, I will. I definitely will. My sister-in-law set it up there in a month or two, but I don't think she's going to bring a 3D printer back to me. So.
Well, she probably got some trunk space. Jump in.
Be careful how you talk about my sister-in-law. But,
does she have low standards?
No, she has incredibly high standards.
Well, then she's probably completely safe.
Probably safe.
No, she's going up there to spend a weekend with a guy, so who's one of my best friends from college. So maybe the two of them will work it out. I don't know. I would love to have him as a brother-in-law, and I'm saying that out loud because I know he doesn't watch this show.
It's probably a good thing. Otherwise, he might walk into that weekend a hell of a lot more confident than he should be.
Yeah. I'm the one that introduced the two of them, so.
Oh, sweet. So you can be there for their introduction, their wedding, and the divorce proceedings.
Amen. No.
Good times.
I was there for that with my best friend from college. And that was a period of like 2 years. So,
sister, here's your wife going to be pissed. That's all right.
Well.
Get over it.
It'll be all right.
That being said, if your sister-in-law feels like hauling a 3D printer back to Arkansas,
no, I owe you some money on that. I know.
Well, I don't get. That's not a fucking urgent thing. I don't give a shit.
But I'm saying if I have it on hold, which my understanding is that I do, I owe you some money. So
it is. I just don't want to fucking keep it in my house any more than you don't want to fuck it, or any more than you want it in your house.
Yeah, true.
But anyways,
well,
that's
let me figure it out. If we meet up in March, I'll take it off your hands.
Absolutely.
No matter what at that point.
Absolutely. Sounds good. It's not a huge rush. It's just sitting in a bedroom.
Mike said, I collected all sorts of camo uniforms and kit. I lost count after 69 patterns.
Nice.
69 is always a good number to lose.
I'm about to say pattern 69 is the one that looks like BDU, but with like off-white splotches on there, right?
Yeah, it's
around the shoulders and collar.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like
it's the Marine, or it's the Navy version.
There you go.
Ningoya says, I wonder if there would be a way for World War I pilots to have used the enemy's identification markers on the underside of wings and switch back and forth so the enemy anti-aircraft not shoot.
Oh, so you have like James Bond revolving license plates, but on identification panels, like wah wah wah.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, we just lost Reese.
Well, that's okay. I had to whip out the red green reference there. It's on one of these random. I think it's on Tubi, which is a free streaming service, and it's outstanding. Hap Shaughnessy is a real piece of work, but that's okay. Red Green is an American treasure, even though he's Canadian.
Hey, Canada's part of America.
The Hat, baby. They play their cards right. They might be the 51st state.
That's right.
Maybe. Is Chris still on here? Chris Long, you still here?
No, he went and had dinner with the wife.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
He says more than half the camo patterns are Russian. They would steal patterns from almost every country.
Accurate.
Thought we would run you off.
Arkansas on that.
So, oh man,
You said it. These guys are entertaining looking. Pallid Bone was, even on white, it's not a very bony white color. I thought it was going to be more of a gray color than this, like, brown diluted wash. That's okay.
Nagoya wants to see a video on his camo collection, on Mike's camo collection. That'd be cool.
And Mike, if you need to borrow some frog skin to do that video with, I'll loan you some.
He says, Mike says, my rarest piece of camo is an experiment Pakistan camo based on woodland pattern, but in desert colors.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, well, for those that are interested, I did, as I said earlier, I did post the rules and the ships for Ocean Thunder. Not only the ship charts to track what you're doing with the ships, but also cutouts of the ships. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can find them here real quick and show y'all what they look like. There we go.
They're gray. They got big old guns on them. And when the big old guns fire, everybody yells, America. And then the guys on the other ship go, oh, shit. I don't know how to say that in Japanese. Sorry, guys.
Let's see here. We're going to go to present. We're going to go share screen. We're going to go to window. We're going to go to Savo Island. And we're going to share that shit right there. So that's what you can print out and cut out. These are in 128 or 1/2400th scale. If you want them smaller, let me know. I can probably make them smaller for you. But all of these are from the Navy's recognition chart or recognition book that was published in 1943.
That's pretty cool. McMurray, to answer your question, it's unko.
What?
You said how to say oh crap in Japanese?
Oh. There you go.
I don't
I was
know
just
why.
going to say some incredibly, like, jacked up, accented version of oh crap, sorry for Pearl Harbor, but whatever.
And to save yourself from that embarrassment. I got you.
What embarrassment? No, I'm not embarrassed about making fun of Japanese people for sucking at World War II. It's okay. Don't fuck with our boats, morons.
Fact. Nguyen, what my envision is they'll print this out, throw it on some chipboard, and then cut them out and can play with these. Take care, Mutt.
Bye, Brian. Like even like Italian high command would have had the common sense to be like, we probably shouldn't attack America's ships. We're going to change service rifle calibers like 3 times, but we shouldn't attack America's ships.
Right.
Unfortunately, the Japanese were incapable of going, this is a terrible idea. That or they could have just played the long game and, attacked the Philippines during the Spanish-American War, and then they would have had them anyways. Idiots.
So,
What's up?
most ludicrous could put a Starlight scope on for Vietnam.
Most ludicrous thing to put a Starlight scope on? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
I captured
In 1911.
I'll do it. I will do it.
Which one?
I've got a. What did you say, McMurray?
Oh, I said I captured Mose in the gun.
Okay, I can do that too. I've got enough Starlight scope. I've got a grays that I are like the same pose of a couple other green built. I don't really want to keep bashing too much. I thought about just giving them the most things ever, like doing some sort of thing, and a scope on 1911 would be perfect.
Except that it wouldn't work.
No, but it's funny.
What about, do you have like a spare revolver?
Yeah, plenty of revolvers in 1970s.
There you go. If you got a spare 1917, you could try and justify it as something that somebody took down into a tunnel. I'm not saying it's a good idea.
I'm also thinking about putting a Starlight scope on one of my M2 Brownings just to use as a point defense weapon for scenarios.
Oh, see, that actually makes sense. What are you talking about?
Well, then they did that.
Correct.
But I need to figure out how to get my hands on 135th scale Unertl scopes, because I was also going to put a 10 power Unertl on an M2 Browning just because.
In retrospect, you should probably put a Starlight onto a mortar.
On the 60
well,
because that's the one thing that makes less sense.
Mike said put it on an M79.
That's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah.
And thank you, Richard, for sending me the info on Guadalcanal on the Discord.
Or if you have yards with crossbows, putting one on a yard crossbow would be pretty hilarious too. That would be some real soft shit.
Very well equipped.
What's up?
The only yards I have are my SOG yards, and they are very well equipped.
Well, that's my point, though, is that's some real SOG type shit, though, would be getting a yard crossbow and putting a Starlight scope on it for shooting at sentries and crap at night.
That may just have to happen.
Push broom.
That's
that or like a machete or something if we're moving out of ranged weaponry. Yeah.
As I said, I've got a few Starlight scopes laying around. I'm trying to figure out what to do. So, I've got a Force Recon guy with a Starlight scope and suppressor on an M16, but that's just a little too.
That's straight out of Battlefield Vietnam, dog. Way back in the day.
Oh yeah, 2004, man. I was a killer Cobra pilot in that game.
Everybody's a killer Cobra pilot in that game. That game was awesome.
Well, I transferred those skills to the other Battlefield games, and did some absolute crazy crap in the helicopters that way. But man, I missed that game. Hey, do you remember the Special Forces revolver that was more accurate than the sniper rifles?
Yes. That being said, I didn't have internet that was fast enough to support multiplayer play, so I just eternally. It was just nice because that was the only game. That series was the only thing out there that had
decent AI
bots on a large level.
Yeah. So on the SOG map on the Ho Chi Minh Trail, you can get up on top of the temple up there, sight in with your binoculars on who you want to shoot, switch over to the revolver without moving, and your point of aim is where your binoculars were. You can take a cross map shot with that 357 and kill somebody cross map. I'd do that all day long.
That's some serious Mandarin type shit right there.
Yeah.
French sniper revolvers.
Yeah, GS9 or whatever. Not GS9. What are they? GSG or
GIGS. Telemachus has got it. You need to put a Starlight scope on your Starlight scope.
Okay, I like that idea so much. I'm looking for my second Starlight scope.
Well, it's a backup, because one is none, two is one.
Well,
that being said, Walter Winans, he used to shoot standard silhouette at 600 yards with a 44 Magnum. So,
it's doable.
Especially when you're a freak of nature.
Yeah, very true. As I said, I'm looking for my other Starlight scopes. I will find it. So, I may just need to place another order and get some more Starlights in. I think I'll do that.
It seems like that's exactly what you don't need to do if you have enough of them that you're putting them on things like a 60 millimeter mortar.
Well, I don't know where I put them. And the order that would bring me Starlight scopes would also bring me some more M16A1s, which I have a shortage of.
Oh, okay.
So
I gotcha.
because I do have M16A1s, but I'm not happy with the quality of the sculpts, and so I get better M16A1s.
You should do some weird shit like cut them down to make dissipator rifles and shit like that.
Oh, yeah, you mean like this guy?
Chop them right at the block.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this guy?
Yes, like that guy. Exactly.
Did you see what he's carrying in his
like...
offhand?
No. Oh, nice.
Sawed off M79.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've got some weird crap going on, but we'll do okay. I have the Colts heavy barreled M16 with the bipod and 4-power Colt scope on it.
Nice.
So, as I said, I've just got some crazy stuff going on, and it's not supposed to be quote unquote accurate. Hey, have any of y'all played any of the 2-hour war games series like Nuts or FNG?
They are not
very,
easy
very
to
long time ago.
What'd you say?
They were not easy for me to get from rulebook to table.
Yeah, I've got FMG, and I love some of the stuff that it has in it, but it's really hard for me to wrap my brain around. And
Yeah.
so I'm thinking about taking it and doing 5-minute Normandy or 5-core, and then taking the campaign system / support tables / reinforcement / everything that's not the actual on table combat and using that out of FNG.
Yeah, like I said, I tried both of those. I own both of them. And yeah, neither one of them ever actually made it onto the table because in trying to get it there, I just was having too much damn trouble.
Well, I looked at it, and you have to know the reputation score of like every miniature on the board, and then there's like an opposed roll, and it's too much bookkeeping and too much work.
Correct.
But I do enjoy all the rest of the fluff in it, like the air support tables and the reinforcement tables and stuff like that. But,
yeah, the chrome is outstanding.
Oh, yeah, I guess that would be chrome fluff, but I mean that's a phenomenal set. I just don't think I can play it.
Correct.
So when I played it so many years ago, it helped that I had the author running the game for me.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Ed Teixeira is a really cool guy.
Gotcha.
But yeah, the game was like, it seemed to be overly complicated.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, I will. Yeah, and you know me, I tend to cut up rule books anyway and copy and paste what I like for my solo campaign.
Yeah.
So, and that's what don't tell anybody, but that's what I'm doing for Way City too. I have to label it, 5-core homebrew. So that
Did you just say don't tell anybody while you're live on the internet talking about it?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, anybody that's going to be a curmudgeon about my rule set is not watching this show.
It's fair.
And if they are, go
is
box.
True. Yeah, I have a Starlight scope, and I'll tell you where to put it. So.
Yeah, he's got extras.
It will be used as it is designed to be, where the sun doesn't shine.
Exactly.
But
anyway.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for the night. I want to thank everybody that showed up, guys. It was great to be back. It will not be another 4 weeks before we're back. I will definitely be back next Wednesday. Hopefully these gentlemen will be joining me again and having fun.
And
don't know what we're going to talk about, but we'll talk about something. I might even have some miniatures to show for it. Who knows? So, again, check out Ocean Thunder. It's in the World War II section of the Not J server on Discord. read the rules. If you've got any questions, PM me there, and we can get the answer for you. If I think it's something that's a big enough deal that I need to make a change in the rules, I'll do that. So definitely, and if y'all do end up playing it, let me know that you are playing it, and I'll count you as a playtester in my "Hey guys, thanks" part of the book. So,
That's good.
and then remember, don't be don't feel like you're out there by yourself when it comes to your mental health or your emotional health. If you need to reach out and talk to somebody, reach out. Reach out to me, or find somebody that might have a common frame of reference of what you're talking about. Um, it's there's been too much of a stigma put on men's mental health and emotional health that we need to break that cycle. I needed to break that cycle, and I think I finally have. Uh, and getting the help you need, even if it's just chatting with somebody, reach out to me. So, yeah, it's good to be back, Mike. And Nguyen, thanks, guys. The rest of y'all that are still out there, all five of you, thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. Missed you guys so very much. Reese missed you. McMurray, I know we've been keeping in touch on the regular, but man, it's good to have you on the show with me. So,
Always. Yep. We'll see you guys soon.
yeah. And as always, until next time, we will see you on the flip side.